in October, April rather, of 2015, I was still on active duty, and I went to the dedication of the new FBI field office in Miami. And it was dedicated to two men who were killed in a firefight in Miami against drug traffickers in 1986. A guy by the name of Grogan in Duke. Jim Comey did an absolutely brilliant memorial speech to those fallen men and to all of the men and women of the FBI who serve our country so well and law enforcement so well. There were family members there.
Take a moment again to recognize the family of Special Agent Grogan who are here with us, and the family of Special Agent Dove, wherever they might be.
Some of the children that were there were only 3 or 4 years old when their dads were killed on that street in Miami-Dade. 3 of the men that survived the fight were there and gave a rendition of how brave those men were and how they gave their lives.
I know that their bravery was the motivation for joining a team on that morning, a team that was tailing a vehicle with 2 suspects who were connected to a string of murders and violent bank robberies. The agents attempted to get the driver to pull over. They were cornered. A gun battle immediately ensued. There was a barrage of bullets. I can only imagine the frustrations of those agents, yet they battled on. In a desperate attempt to flee, the suspects tried to commandeer Grogan and Dove's vehicle. It is reported that the suspects shot both agents with a high-powered rifle at close range. Shortly after the suspects were themselves fatally shot by Agent Morales made a memorable statement about his role in that historic event. He said, "I just knew I was going to die, but I was going to do my very best to make sure that those suspects did not get away."
And a congresswoman stood up, and in the long tradition of empty barrels making the most noise, stood up there and all of that, and talked about how she was instrumental in getting the funding for that building, and how she took care of her constituents because she got the money, and she just called up President Obama, and on that phone call, he gave the money, the $20 million to build the building. And she sat down.
Consider this scenario. The brand new federal building that will house the FBI has been built. And the FBI approaches my office. Congresswoman Wilson, the ribbon cutting has been scheduled in 4 short weeks. The dedication is on the government's calendar and cannot be changed. One problem: the FBI wants to name this gorgeous edifice at the same time in 4 weeks. Everyone said that's impossible. It takes at least 8 months to a year to complete the process through the House, the Senate, and to the President's office. I said, I'm a school principal, and I said, excuse my French, oh, hell no. We're gonna get this done. Immediately, I went to an attack mode. I went to the Speaker, Speaker Boehner, and I said, Mr. Speaker, I need your help. The FBI needs your help, and our country needs your help, and we have no time to waste. He went into attack mode, and in 2 days, pulled it out of committee, brought it to the floor for a vote. Representative Corbella and I presented it. We all voted, and I dashed it over to the Senate and put our senators on notice. Put it on your radar. Senator Nelson and Senator Rubio, who I believe have representatives here today. They hotlined it to the Senate floor in just 2 days. And guess what? The president signed the bill into law this past Tuesday, April 7th, 2015, with a bang, bang, bang. You know what? I will be presenting a bill, a copy of the bill that was signed into law to the FBI, and also the pens that the president used to sign that hallowed document. It is a miracle, to say the least, but it speaks to the respect that our Congress has for the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the men and women who put their lives on the line every single day. And today we're providing a boost to our nation by naming this fantastic building in honor of Special Agents Benjamin B. Grogan and Jerry L. Dove, who died valiantly on Friday, April 11th, in what is still considered the bloodiest gun battle in the storied history of the FBI. Most men and women in law enforcement leave their homes for work knowing that there is a possibility they may not return. If I may, will all men and women and first responders who work in law enforcement stand up now so that we can applaud you and what you do. Stand up. We are proud of you. We're proud of your courage. Thank you.
And we were stunned. Stunned that she'd done it. Even for someone that is that empty a barrel, we were stunned. But you know, none of us went to the press and criticized. None of us stood up and were appalled. We just said, okay, fine.
Today, it is our patriotic duty to lift up Special Agent Benjamin Grogan and Special Agent Jerry Dove from the street in South Florida and place their names and pictures high where the world will know that we are proud of their sacrifice, the sacrifice for our nation. It is only fitting that their names should be placed on the same mantle with the letters FBI, because Special Agents Grogan and Dove embody the sacred motto for which the agency has become known. Please repeat it after me. Fidelity, bravery, and integrity. God bless you, God bless the FBI, and God bless America. Thank you.
So I still hope, as you write your stories, and I appeal to America, that let's not let this maybe last thing that's held sacred in our society. A young man, young woman going out and giving his or her life for our country. Let's try to somehow keep that sacred.